Last week I ripped my rotator cuff, so I've been figuring out ways how I could still work my upper body without actually working my upper body in the traditional sense. So get this. A lot of people feel like you need to do weights, you need to do body weight, Pilates, whatever it is. But really, you could just be sitting down and you can work certain parts of your body. So check this out. When you get to the point where you have felt what it's like to do push-ups or even to bench press or shoulder press or do flies, you're able to end up understanding how to move your muscles in your pecs. And I'm going to show you this like in every single video, different parts of the body that you're able to move. And you just kind of learn how to control your body. So you've probably seen people flex their pecs and like, you can't see it as much. I don't want to be inappropriate. But basically, here's the deal. Depending on where your hands are, is where you're going to feel the muscles. So just like if you're doing regular push-ups out here, and I'm being careful with my rotator cuff, I feel like it's mostly healed, but it's obviously not, depending on the way that I twist my arm. So if you have your arms out here and you're able to flex your pecs, you're able to do that without messing with your shoulder at all. I feel like a lot of people end up using their shoulders when they do push-ups, when they do bench press, but really, you need to start focusing on your pecs. Not too much, you gotta balance it out, but if you start focusing on your pecs, you're gonna end up seeing that you end up getting a lot stronger because you're using multiple muscles and you're going to see a bigger impact on your chest as well. So if you're actually doing these push-ups and you have your hands straight forward and you flex your chest, you want to make sure that you're not pushing with your back, like extending it too much. You can just see that my chest is moving on its own versus kind of making that back motion. Likewise, if you have your hands close together, guess where you're going to feel it? You're going to feel it right in the center of your chest. So if you start flexing, where do you feel it? Center of your chest. Just like if you have your hands wide and you flex, guess where you're going to feel it? On the outsides of your pecs. If you have your hands low, you're going to feel it at the bottom. If you have your hands high, let's see if I can do it. I think that you're actually going to struggle. I felt that a little bit. I think that you're going to struggle a little bit when it comes to having your hands too high. And the reason is because most people have trouble working on the top of their pecs. You end up looking like Superman if you can get the top of your pecs worked out more. So the way that you get this is you do incline press, you do handstand push-ups, or you do like decline push-ups where you're like that, or you could do pike push-ups. So I'm just trying to figure out ways that I could work different parts of my body without actually having to stress other areas like my shoulder, having that rotator cuff injury. I don't want to exacerbate it with too much weight at all. And I do feel like I'm able to pick things up, and clearly I'm able to move it around a lot better than what I was able to do before. But now I'm also looking for alternative methods, because you could literally be at work and you could be flexing your pecs and getting a workout in. And that's going to probably be a very low zone. I don't even know the zones that much, but you've got a couple zones of like how much intensity I believe your heart goes through, and just flexing your pecs is not going to be that intensive, but you will feel it. So something to keep in mind, don't flex it too hard. You don't want to end up popping a pec while you're at work or on the train or in the car. Just sitting around, that's going to be pretty embarrassing. You're going to have to make up a story for that one. But try it out. Just start flexing your pecs, especially if you got like a small chest, weak chest, a flubbery chest. I know I had that one. It feels embarrassing because everything sticks out of your shirt and you could tell that you just got moves. And what you want, at least if you're a guy, is some nice muscles here. And if you're a woman, it's also great to find out how to build muscle in that area, because I have heard that it will help with your breasts, and that's whether they are hung low or they're itty bitty. But it's good to work the chest regardless of whether you're male or female.